watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. Today we're launching a year-long investigative series looking into the reasons behind numerous deaths on Long Island's roads.
Very grateful for all the memories. My kid lived and had a great life. Grateful I wish his life was longer.
15-year-old Amir Porterfield died after he was hit by two cars in a crosswalk in Copiague less than 2 years ago. He's one of thousands of Long Islanders killed in crashes in the past decade. Coming up, what could be done to make our roads safer? And a Copiague man has been arraigned on a new indictment in the case of the missing East Patchogue girl. 47-year-old Bunice Knight is charged with rape and endangering the welfare of a child. The 14-year-old girl was missing for 25 days last year. She was eventually found on a boat at an ice-slip marina. And at least 5 cars have been vandalized in Melville neighborhoods.
I was kind of disturbed. I don't know if I had anybody after me or, if there was anything more to it.
Now, police say some cars had rocks and bricks thrown through windshields and windows. It happened overnight on Monday. No arrests have been made. And Adelphi students were exposed to acid from a chemical spill in a lab today. The Nassau County Fire Marshal's office says 3 students and a security director were exposed to the fumes but are doing okay. The building was evacuated and the spill has been cleaned up. And $10 million in state funding has been approved to boost housing on Long Island. The Long Island Regional Economic Development Council says this money will help speed up development. It covers services like land appraisals and traffic studies. Towns, villages, and cities across the island will soon be able to apply for a share of that money. And it's opening day for the Yanks and the Mets.
We're excited to kick it off, hopefully with the win today.
We're excited for all the new food and the espresso martinis.
And the tiramisu.
And the game. Now, fans were happy to be back at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. They had a nice spring day to watch the game. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow's weather, shall we? Again, it was a gorgeous one now, a little brisk, but tomorrow it'll be great again. We have clouds overhead. Temps will be a little higher, near 60s. It's going to be a nice one, and we'll have your 7-day forecast coming up later in the broadcast.
Very grateful for all the memories. My kid lived and had a great life. Grateful I wish his life was longer.
Families left devastated. What's driving a staggering number of deaths on Long Island's roads?
Cars like a person
they speeding on Sunrise Highway.
Thousands of lives lost and countless others changed forever.
Nobody's the same. Nobody will ever be the same.
More than 2,100 people were killed in traffic crashes on Long Island over the decade ending in 2023. Another 16,000 victims suffered severe injuries. Over the course of this year, Newsday will look into why our roads are so dangerous.
I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. It's a pain that is just indescribable. Everyone cries every day. We will never get to see him graduate.
15-year-old Amir Porterfield from Copiague was walking home from a volleyball game at his high school one evening in 2023.
Police say the freshman was hit by 2 vehicles while crossing Sunrise Highway here at this crosswalk.
When his mother hadn't heard from him for hours, his family went out searching.
When she told me that he's not answering his phone,
I was really nervous.
I called him right after that. My hands started sweating. My anxiety kicked in.
I just seen police in the middle of the street. I just knew something bad happened.
Neither driver faced charges in the crash. However, the DMV, which reviews all fatal crashes, suspended one driver's license for 90 days. Amir was the 3rd pedestrian killed at that intersection over an 11-month period.
Just the little jokes, the hugs, the kisses. I miss that. The yelling and the bickering amongst my children. My house is a little quiet these days.
While the news sometimes focuses on violent crimes, it turns out 6 times as many Long Islanders were killed in traffic crashes than were murdered in 2023.
And according to the CDC, for children between the ages of 5 and 19, crashes are the leading cause of accidental death.
Lives are being lost, so what are we doing?
When adjusted for population, our roads are among the deadliest in the state. Beyond the human cost, the financial impact is staggering. From medical bills to insurance rates, we're all affected. NYU Langone health epidemiologist Charles DiMaggio worked for the Nassau County Health Department on pedestrian safety. He says engineering changes like redesigning roads can make communities safer.
You have distracted pedestrians, you have distracted drivers, you have distracted bicyclists. You know, everyone's sort of in their own little bubble, and they're crashing into each other.
Experts say there are things that can be done to make our roads safer, including education and enforcement to crack down on distracted driving and speeding.
Engineering is probably the silver bullet for all of these issues. And I think anyone who drives on Long Island has been exposed to some of the shortcomings of how the roads are engineered.
In the coming months, we'll look at the deadliest roads, the communities most impacted, and what's being done to stop people from dying in traffic accidents.
It's parents saying, this road is not safe for my kids to cross. It's family members who have been impacted by these kinds of injuries and fatalities saying this should not happen again.
It's sad that it took my son, but if I have to be the person to help bring awareness to others, I'm grateful.
Important stuff. Now, our team of researchers created an interactive map showing crash locations across Long Island from 2022 to 2024. You can see this and read more about this story at Newsday.com. Just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
It's a great experience to be home.
Medford native Jaden Stroman, younger brother of former Mets and current Yankee pitcher Marcus Stroman, has yet to rep his home high school jersey on the baseball field. The senior pitcher transferred to Stony Brook School in the 8th grade and then transferred to IMG Academy for his junior year.
Of course, being away from home is a little bit different. You know, you don't get mom and dad's cooking when you're sick, everyday stuff like that. But it taught me a lot of lessons for sure.
Stroman's high school baseball career has been quite the journey, but now he's ready to get back on that field and put on his Raiders jersey.
You can't really beat playing in the hometown. Being back home with all my friends from my childhood is also really cool. Patchogue Medford made it really easy for me to come back.
He's fit in right away. He's a great teammate, great kid. He cares about the team and the success.
His return to Patchogue Medford even helped him discover another talent. He joined the winter track team and was able to set 2 school records.
I wasn't thinking about it too much. I was just going into it open-minded. We were able to get some cool stuff done. It was a lot of fun.
As the baseball season begins, Frasconia is excited to see just how much of an impact Stroman will have on the team.
Wow. I mean, we're adding perhaps the greatest athlete I've ever seen on a baseball field, so he's going to add a lot of different dimensions. It's going to make it fun for everybody else because it's going to put the spotlight back on our team, so we'll get to see some games. Every game's going to be meaningful.
Jolie Katzen, Newsday TV.
What's Up on Long Island is brought to you by the Made in Huntington Film and TV Festival.
All right, here's what's up on Long Island. Take the polar plunge at Tobay Beach in Massapequa on Saturday. The event benefits Special Olympics New York.
I'm into pictures like this.
Cat Williams is coming to Long Island. See the stand-up comedian's Heaven on Earth tour at UBS Arena Saturday night. Or check out the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Lindenhurst. The 4th annual celebration steps off Saturday at noon. All right, let's take a closer look at your 7-day forecast and double check to make sure Saturday is still the star of the forecast with temps, yes, in the 70s. It's going to be a really nice weekend. Sunday gets cooler. Monday we have some rain, but it will brighten up next week in spots. We'll keep a close eye on that.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC. On Long Island, there is a car crash every 7 minutes. We explore the causes, the casualties, and investigate what can be done to keep you from becoming a statistic. Dangerous Roads, now available at newsday.com/dangerousroads.
You're watching Newsday TV. For more on all the stories you've seen here today, head over to newsday.com. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us.